These are the target backers, and I'd mentioned those before. The piece that I painted is on the bottom, and then each week all of these cardboards get replaced on the top for the actual target backers. So you turn them around, strip the double layer off, and put the new ones on. Spin it around, and I leave the cardboard on there because it helps stiffen this frame after the cross pieces. There used to be a cross piece here, and there used to be another cross piece down here. Take the old one off and put a new one on. And I use 6 staples. I started out using only 4, and then if one fell out, it would flop a lot. This way, you can lose a couple of staples and still have it stay up real nice. And because the wood frames cost quite a bit, well, not in the big scheme of things, but when you have 16 frames, if you're replacing them every time they got damaged, it would add up. So I just splint them with cardboard if they get broken. As long as they will hold the frame and stay up, I just put a cardboard on it, call it good. Okay, and then they'll put the target here. Oh. We'll finish up the rest of these, and if I get a broken one that needs to be splinted, I'll show that. Oh, that one shot pretty good right there. Oh well, add a couple of staples above it and below it. Next week, if it still survives, I could splint this one with a piece of cardboard. But that's plenty strong to hold up for targets for a week. This one's shot up pretty good. I'll put a couple extra staples in it. It's still holding together though, so that's good enough. That one's broken there, but it's still pretty strong front to back. And I'll put a couple extra next to that break to hold it. And this one is one that I started splinting a couple weeks ago. Wrapped it around 3 sides of it. Now I can get back around and get the rest of it. Because this one was broken right in the middle of this area. Okay, basically good as new that way. Yeah, so for one of these pieces of cardboard, I can make half a dozen splints and keep the frames going for extra weeks instead of spending another $3 or $4 for a frame. And I don't have to walk over and get another frame. And same deal for this one. It was broken at this area, And I started splinting it. It's amazing how much strength that piece of cardboard adds to that. So next week, there'll only be the single layer on this side, so I won't need to strip anything off unless there's a completely broken frame that needs to be replaced or severely repaired. Otherwise, I'll just put another piece right over the top of this, and that'll help stiffen the frame. Yeah, this one's pretty broken at the top, so it might need some work, but it's still plenty strong for what we're going to do with it. All right, so those are done for another week. I've been volunteering at our local range for quite a number of years, and one of the things I do is I spray paint this stenciled piece of cardboard, and it goes on the bottom of the target holder. So line up the piece of cardboard, because of course this started its life as one of those. Put the battery in there, and that holds it down, and you could use more than one piece of weight if necessary. And usually I do this outdoors, but it's a colder day, so doing it in the garage, hopefully the overspray won't be a problem. And then I use marking paint because then it covers plenty well for what we're using it. And I don't worry about it being really, really solid. It just needs to be legible. And then on to the next one. So set that aside to dry. And again, usually like I said, I'm outside and it's in the sunshine so that they'll dry quickly, but it's a colder day. I don't want to be out there. This is the first few that I did a few days ago before it started raining. So then turn them over this direction so that they are facing the same direction. And then we can do the second side. That way, it's on both sides. So in general, if I'm careful, one of these cans will do 16 of these cardboards, both sides, so 32 of these stencils. So I'll just keep on going until we have them all done. So the piece I stenciled goes on the bottom